Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Good evening to everyone.
Yeah, we're here to tell you all about the partner and wing fusion system.
The new upcoming update, exactly.
Mm-hmm. And we also have a bunch of surprises for you, I'm guessing. But first of all, just to get this out of the way, because I know the chat will be spammed with these questions, the mergers will be coming soon. And with soon, I mean like sooner rather than later. So it's not like in 6 months, but it's also not tomorrow. So if you can, please try to avoid these questions, because we can't really do anything about them. They are being looked at from technical side, but we don't really have anything that we can contribute to that. Other than that, a lot of people have been asking about like in 3 when. There's a possibility that it might happen, but also not going to happen tomorrow, not going to happen in 5 years. So again, we don't really have an influence on that, so those questions aren't really going anywhere. Also, because I know that a lot of people on Discord have been asking about this patch will not include stackable raid boxes, thank you. So
Super sad.
If you're here just to see stackable raid boxes, we have to disappoint you.
But still stay, we have other surprises for you.
Yeah, but we have other things. Okay, then, moving on.
Yeah, let's start with you, me.
No, with you. You have the more cleaned up screen.
Oh, damn. So, what are we talking about today? Exactly. We start with the partner fusion system, as we said already. Like, we spoiled already, and we saw some rumors going around on Discord. You were asked, like, hey, what is it about? What can I do in the system? And we're going to tell you. It's basically similar to the Perfection Stone system with the specialist cards, as you know. You get some certain stats there, you have a maximum cap, and you get random points, like, on your partner specialists.
So, I guess just first of all go and show like how these look like by right-clicking the specialist.
Yeah, you can this time see, or you can generally now see the stats here. You can see the upgrade level and all the stats. You have attack, defense, reduction of critical damage. You have HP, MP, and resistances.
Mm.
Yeah, and those will be randomly rolled there when you upgrade your specialists. And there's a max cap. Like the resistance can go to 35, and the others have a max cap of 100.
Correct. So you can get up to 2,000 attack points, up to 1,000 defense, 100% crit reduce, 30,000 HP, and 35% of all resistance. But like you won't get like all of them at once. You will like in total you can receive up to 390 points at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are like the general numbers. So you can. I'm sure some of you will already start working out the math and how. Like which combinations of points are possible and which aren't.
Yeah. Also to get these questions already out there, limited specialist cards count the same as normal ones. So you can merge limited with normal ones and they count as similar ones.
Yeah, actually,
this is important for the update or for the upgrade itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you upgrade your specialists, I'll show it on Malcolm, there's a new tab there. And then you can fuse your partner specialist. So you have your material there, and you always have like the upgraded one and the material there. If you choose a random one, you get some experience, but if you use the same one, you get more experience. You can see it upgrading to level 4 with the same one, to level 2 with another one. So, yeah.
Yeah, like you get, I believe, double the experience if you use like an identical card, but you can also use like any random specialist card that's in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Partner specialist, of course.
And after that, you see a confirmation window with the stats you got on top of your partner.
Correct. So as you see, you can get actually multiple level ups on the first few stages. So it's not like you need to spend like 200 specialist cards to get one upgrade. You actually get like multiple upgrades, at least on the earlier stages. On the later ones, it's a bit slower, but you still make decent progress with each specialist.
I saw this question. Yes, it's 100%. You cannot fail this upgrade.
Correct. It's 100%.
Yeah. What is also important, you can use the same partner specialist again as material later. So if it's upgraded already, like this one is +4, you can also use this one as material in case it's like you don't like the stats at all. But then you only get like 30% of the experience.
Great. So as you know, as you can imagine, like these partner specialists, they have like an XP bar that goes up, and from these accumulated experience, like only 30% will carry over to a new specialist card.
Exactly. So if you use a +100 one, I think you get like level 60 or something.
You can get
Less, I think.
Yeah, less than that, but
30 or something.
something like level 40 or something, I believe. I haven't checked this right now, sorry.
Yeah. Also important on special steps, like on plus, was it 30? 30, 60? No, 20, 40?
Oh yeah, 19 actually. Like on stages 19, 39, 59.
To go to 20, exactly.
Yeah.
From 90 to 20 and so on. You need the very same specialist card.
Correct.
So before you can use any specialist as material until it's going up to 19, and from 90 to 20 you need the same one. And the same from from 39 to 40 and so on.
Correct, so there's like 5 steps where you need an identical card. For every other step you can use any specialist card to upgrade.
Exactly.
And if you do these upgrades from 90 to 20, from 39 to 40, then you will also get like a bunch of extra skill points that you can that are spent on your specialist card.
And generally, the higher the upgrade level goes, the more points you get.
Correct. So this is really similar to the perfection system, in that the higher you get, the more points you also get. And yeah.
Always green souls? No, it's not, obviously. But in the beginning, it's generally between the special steps, the upgrade level materials are the same.
Correct. And then like from 20 to 40, you will have other materials. From 40 to 60, you will have new kinds of materials and so on.
I'll also show the special step, should I? From 90 to 20?
You can show it, sure. Then people know what to expect.
It's also nice here for this, you can see the upgraded specialist always stays in there, so it's easier to upgrade. You can just go, you don't have the automated upgrade, but you just have to pull one specialist there, click on combination and it's done.
Which is actually something we could do for all systems, right?
Yes. Yeah, we thought about to put the same like for partner, for SP perfection and so on upgrades.
It's not in this patch, but we will likely include it in a future update, of course.
So you can see already now from 90 to 20, I need special materials. It's like perfection stones because it's similar to the perfection upgrade system.
Yeah. And the element of the perfection stones depends on
the element
which
of
element.
The partner. Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you can see I have to use the very same one, otherwise you cannot proceed there. And I can do this. Also special here is like some of them, which are the ones?
Yeah, as you could see for a brief second, you got a bunch more points in that step. So yeah, that's the partner fusion upgrade. Partner fusion system? Something.
Fusion.
Again, we think it's a really cool system because it allows you to just make your partner stronger in a fairly, in a pretty fun way, I'd say, because it's always like a 100% of success. And as you may see later down the line, there's also new possibilities to actually gain partner specialist cards in the game. Okay.
You can continue. I'll just upgrade my specialist.
Okay, what else do we have here? Then I guess we should switch to my screen, or?
We can, yeah.
As you may see over here, we have some new powerful partner guardian angels and pet guardian angels for 5,000 gold. And these will restore 100% of your partner's HP. So, they will be even more tankier and you have to revive them overall less. And on top of that, of course, we have a new
Pet food,
which will restore 1,000 of your loyalty, so all of it. Yeah, you can buy these just as at an NPC. You don't need to spend any money for that. So yeah, that's some nice little quality of life improvements, just to especially make the experience in the leveling experience in the land of living a little bit more convenient.
Yeah. Generally, to say like the stream, originally we didn't plan to have a stream at all, because we thought like, okay, it's just a partner fusion system and there's not much to show except for fusing partners. But also thanks to Anvil, we were able to add some more quality of life changes. So this patch is actually really good and really big.
And you will see more about that later on. Also, let me move this right into the screen. Yeah, I know you people love that. Anyways, what else do we have? I guess we can just briefly go over the ring randomizer, since it's obviously the smallest part of this update, so I mean, don't mistake us there, like we know it's not that big of a deal, but we still think it's a nice addition, so let me quickly transform to a specialist card. Okay.
Press G, you know,
Yeah. So,
like a normal player.
so the first thing you might notice if you have the screen like if you have a really big screen, you can actually now see the icon of the specialist wings that you're wearing. Like these are actually archangel wings, even though they don't look like it. Sorry. And you also have the possibility to reset your wings in the UI of your specialist interface. So if you press that, you can reset your wings appearance. Now you're back to your ugly archangel wings.
Hey, they're nice.
Yeah. Okay, just briefly going over the item. If I find it in my very unorganized inventory,
There
here
it
it
is.
is. You can use it, and it will change to a random appearance. It will tell you, oh, these are archdemon wings. And you can use this several times just to get some nice little wings.
So yeah, this is basically like when we said the wing fusion in the beginning, like we were picking up like user suggestions, but we thought about like it's probably not worth for you to fuse actually two wings there if you want to have like onyx effect, but crystal wings look, it's like super expensive. That's why I thought it's probably better for you to have it only like for appearance and to have an item like this. Of course it's random there, but the chances are quite fair, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's not like super like nasty like 0.1% chances to get like crystal wings or something. They're quite fair, and yeah, you can get all the wings that are currently in the game except for the
latest
the retro wings, and that actually has a reason because we included the retro wings in the rainbow shop.
Yeah, that's a special randomizer. You can only get the 7 colors of the retro wings in there.
7 colors, yeah.
And they can only be used on the retro wings for now, I would say? Or was it fixed already? There was a bug?
I think right now it can only be used on the retro wings itself. Like when you have retro wings, we can switch to a different color. But we might change that in the future, so that all specialists can use this item. Okay, what else do we have? I think that's almost all there is to the wing fusion. Honestly, I mean.
Yeah.
It's just there, it allows you to have a different colored wing, and we change the buffs for it, so you can actually see which wings the player is actually equipped. So.
Yeah, this is especially important for PvP, because now you can see which buff the enemy has, like, without right-clicking it. You can directly see which wings they have.
Okay. Next up.
What is there else?
True, like
classic wings. If you want to, I mean, that's a question for later. Maybe if you want to include the classic wings to this one as well, it's not in there yet. So if you want to say like, okay, I have onyx wings, but want to have the look of classic wings, like without any, we might include that for later. But
yeah, I mean, right now we don't have it. I've seen the suggestion recently on Discord, but like if that's something that you guys want, then we could maybe ask Antwell if they could implement it, and then we'll see. But right now it's not in there because we didn't think of that people actually want that. Okay, right, next up we have some other changes planned that we teased at on Discord.
Did we? I wasn't there.
Well, yeah, we actually hinted at the legendary fishes from the fisherman system will be changed.
So we did.
Yeah. So, I guess just to summarize it real quick, legendary fishes will be much more common after the update.
The chances are higher, but the costs at the NPCs who sell it are lower.
Correct. Like expect the cost for them to be very low. This is unfortunately necessary. If we kept the gold the same value it had right now, then we wouldn't be able to increase the chances, because then botters, as you might know, or even regular players would just flood the market with infinite amounts of gold. So unfortunately, that's something that we had to change no matter what.
Yeah. And as someone in the chat already wrote, you needed cooking anyway, so with the higher chances there and the lower price for the fishes, we believe that you will also use them for cooking.
Correct. So again, they will be much more common. Yeah, and you can obviously still use them for cooking. So our hope is that cooking will also become much more viable due to this change. We know that there's still some dishes out there which are not directly tied to fishes, like where you need like Fafnir's hearts and stuff like that, or the what's it called, KFC flash thing.
Oh yeah, from Fafnir also.
And
yeah, we're also looking into this one. Yeah,
like
cook system in general.
We'll generally monitor those still and see if we can do some adjustments to those as well, so that not just the fish dishes will be viable, but all dishes can be viable. But that won't happen this update. Right now we only have the change to the fisherman. Correct.
What we also did is we slightly increased the success chance when you're fishing in general.
Because as you might have noticed, there was actually, like, we noticed that there was quite a frequent chance for the fishing line to just break.
Yeah. And this was annoying for many players, so we increased the chance for success, and we slightly increased the chance for fail also, but that means your fishing line doesn't break anymore so often.
Correct.
I mean, it's good, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, like some of the percentages from like breaking the fishing line was moved to failure, and some of it was moved to success. And also what we've done, and that's actually the reason why the chances for failure was also slightly increased, because else we would have run into some trouble. We've also increased the power of the titles
like
related to fishing. All of them.
No.
Yeah, so let me actually scroll down here.
You have all of them?
No, I don't have all of them.
Too high, maybe.
So, as you might see, these now, like, we've basically doubled the experience gain from these. We've increased the probably we doubled the chance. Did we double? Yeah. Sorry, I can't talk. We doubled the chance of the reduction of the fishing line breaking.
Wow.
Complicated sentence. Okay.
It's not easy in German.
Yeah. And we slightly increased the probability of actually catching a fish with the latest titles, so up to 9%. There's also one title that's not mentioned here, like I don't own it and it's not shown. It's the Angler Master, I believe, where you have to catch all the fish from all the books, and that one's also like increased in a similar manner. Like,
was it the one which is increasing the size of the fish, or
no? That's like another one. Okay. Then there's also the one increasing the size of the fish. This one we actually noticed that it's a bug with the translation. Like, this is supposed to be there's a 100% chance of catching a fish that's like by 1% bigger. That's why many people didn't really notice its effect. We've increased that to 10%, so all of your fishes will now be 10% bigger, which is actually
from 10 centimeter on.
Well, yeah, from 10 centimeter onwards, because 9 centimeter fish will just be rounded down to 9.
Yeah, exactly.
9.9. Yeah. But this will actually help. Can potentially help with some of the quests, which require you to catch a 70 centimeter long fish. So this title will also in that case become a little bit easier to acquire. Sorry to all those people that already got this and are like, oh damn, now it's going to be really common.
But maybe we'll add some more in the future, let's see.
Yeah, maybe we can add some more in the future. Again, we're still in the back of our mind planning to do like an expansion of the fisherman system for Act 8. It's honestly, we currently don't have as much time as we would like to focus on these things.
Also, Andrew needs a lot of time.
Yeah, so. Like we're pushing them to our limits. We're sorry for that if you're watching this. Yeah, so we're really trying to do whatever we can and whatever we can fit into these updates, but we're limited on the possibilities that we can actually do. Okay, that's it, I think, for the Angler system, right? Did we forget anything? I hope not.
No, all in there.
Great. Then let's move on to the
minigame rates.
To the minigame rates, right? So many of you.
We're super fast, aren't we?
Yeah, I didn't.
Slower. So we are now going over to the minigame rates. No.
Okay. Did you actually set them up?
No, I did not, and I don't know.
Well, if only we had someone in here who could set up the commands.
He's offline. Not here anymore, at least. I don't know where he is.
Oh no.
Check.
Where's Prism when you need him? God damn it. Oh, he's online. Hey.
Prism, do it.
Prism.
We're
talking about you.
Do we even have time now? 6 minutes.
Oh wait, you're on channel 2 and I'm on channel 1. That's an issue.
I told you before. Please come on channel 2.
Okay, I'll switch to channel 2 then. Sorry.
But we have also more changes we can show in between, like quality of life changes.
Do we also already want to jump to the quality of life changes?
I mean, minigame rates we have some more time because, I mean, we can already spoiler there. The minigame rates, we know that the seals are super annoying and you don't want to go into the. It's super hard to find a team there for the minigame rates and so on. That's why we adjusted the the opening system of the raids basically the same as the Rainbow Crystal Battle and the Instant Combat. So they will start at fixed times. We will post them whenever the update goes live. And yeah, you don't need the seals anymore. They will be deleted. So you have way more space in your inventory.
Mm-hmm. So that's nice. They will also not no longer drop on every single map in the game. So that's also nice. Which one do we want? Just Meteor.
Meteor is nice.
Yeah, I like Meteor. Okay.
What else we did there is like increasing some rewards out of the minigame raids. Like
correct.
For the Meteor, you get more acorns out there because it's harder. And we decreased the minimum team size of the Bushy King defense.
Correct. Like you don't need 20 players to start this anymore. You will only need 10 after this change.
Yeah.
The most important part though is that. Actually, let me go there so you can see this.
Beautiful.
The most important part is that you won't need as many acorns to actually buy anything. Like, as you might see, this used to be 50, like you needed 50 of these acorns to craft one bronze acorn. This is reduced to 15 now.
15.
Yeah, 50, 15, we should have just gone with 14. So.
Yeah.
Okay, but this directly means that like the cost to craft like a golden acorn is divided by 3, roughly speaking. And so this means that you actually have a much easier time crafting all these chests, for example. And also we've added like a new item here that you can buy.
Which has no name for now, but that will be fixed until we release it.
Correct. This is basically like a specialist random chest that contains a few of the more common partner specialists.
Also event ones.
Correct.
The ones which I had in my inventory basically before because I opened some of the chests. So.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, these can be used just for the partner fusion system then, and will allow you like a generally convenient way to gather more of them. Our main idea is to have these minigame raids as a staple. To have like people say, oh yeah, I want to upgrade my partner specialist. I go to the minigame raids.
Yeah.
So those will hopefully be like the main source for you. This, however, also indirectly means that some of the other raids that currently provide partner specialist cards might receive a slight nerf.
We did already for Lorena raids.
Great for Lorena, and I mean we will have to check the numbers for the event rates in the future just to make sure that you like the most prominent example would be the Snowman raid, where you spend like 0 effort and get like 20 specialist cards or something. That's something that we can't keep like that up for obvious reasons.
Exactly.
Because partners will be very strong. Actually, we could probably showcase that while we're waiting. What are you doing here, Prison?
Just following.
Oh, right, yeah. We should. Oh!
30 seconds, okay, then we will go in there and show our partner.
It's even translated, I didn't know.
We cannot show the partners in there. Of course it's translated. It's like before, nothing changes there except for the starting times. Okay. Don't die in there, okay? Not again. We actually made the Meteor raid easier because Season had issues in there, so no one complained before, but Season did, so we had to.
Yeah, like we changed it so that the turtles in the Meteor raid are slightly faster than before. So.
And also the damage, was it reduced now with the Meteors? Or?
I think the damage wasn't reduced yet, but I mean, generally we will consider that in the future as well. Like, the raids overall should feel equally challenging, roughly speaking.
Yeah.
I think the Meteor raid will always be the most challenging one because just by design it's like survive as long as you can, and the longer you survive the better the rewards will be.
Exactly.
Also, that's also important. I mean, we already briefly mentioned it. You will generally get more acorns from these raids now. Like, you will always get at least a participation reward.
Turtles!
Oh. Okay, and as you can see, you're slightly faster now.
You have all the names on, my god.
Sorry.
Now you spoiled Prism's multi-account.
Okay. So.
What else are we doing with this update? Is there something else?
What are we even doing here? Yeah.
We're waiting for the meteors.
I mean, actually, if you already took a slight look at our fairies, you might actually see that they have like a slight coloring now.
That's also quality of life improvement. So all Irenia, Fernon, and so on fairies with an element, they have now different icons.
Correct. They have like they now have their own icons. So you can distinguish them in your inventory and you see like, oh yeah, this is a water fairy, this is a shadow fairy, and so on.
Prism is not good in this raid, I think. It's dying quite often.
Mm. Also, I don't know if we mentioned this, but right now, this raid is set up to be for like every half hour. No, not like every half hour, but like it's starting at like 70-30, 80-30, 90-30, and so on. But we actually, I mean, ideally we would want to know like when would when the ideal starting time would be for you guys. So I think we prepared like a little poll that we can do.
Yeah.
To our tech guy.
About the times, basically,
correct.
When you want to start. Because, I mean, we know like at full hours it does make sense because we have instant combat there. At half hour it would be possible, it's up to you because Ascobus is there. Mm-hmm. But we can also do it like 15 minutes after or before the full hour.
Wait, where are the
Acorn should drop now.
Yeah, now.
It didn't.
Okay, that's another bug we can report, but like they're supposed to drop between the rounds, so not while the meteors are falling, because that's very distracting. Yeah. Wait, what did... Oh yeah. Actually, did we start the poll now?
Did we start a poll? I don't know. I don't see it.
We can see it, but ideally you should have like a little icon on your screen where you can select a poll and where you can vote. But we can't see it because, well...
Oh, now we can see it.
Nice. Now we can see it.
It's important to say, like, for the update release, we can probably not change it. We only have the possibility to do it at full or half hour. So we will do this one in the beginning. Ah, you are out. Oh.
Yeah.
But we will request then, if you want to, like a change from Antwell, to also do it. It looks like you want to. Oh. I should look at my screen. So yeah, it's before. I mean, we originally wanted to do it like 15 minutes after the full hour. We also requested a similar command, but we were not like specific enough there in our request, so now we have not the possibility. But we will fix it after the update.
Correct. Like if you guys really want it, then we can set it to 15.
Yeah.
That seems to be the favorite for now.
Yeah, by a lot. Yeah. help. See, it's super easy.
Yeah,
I mean, I have God mode in there, but it's super easy.
Wow.
I can't even stay there.
Wow.
So it's super easy. I don't know what the issue is.
Prison, please. Okay, yeah. Great, so...
So yeah, 15 minutes after it will be.
Correct.
We requested from Antwell another command there, and then we will let you know.
Correct, hopefully that should work out. Maybe it won't be ready
for the release. For the release, probably not, yeah, but like maybe 2 weeks after or something, we will have another patch.
For the next patch, we will then try to include it at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
Great, so yeah, that's mostly what you have to know about the minigame raids. We're trying to make them a bit more fun, more rewarding, and hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy this a lot more in the future, because we know that it wasn't as good in the past. So yeah.
But we're also still looking for the future, like if there are still needing for improvements, we are still open for it, of course. We're looking into it. That doesn't mean they are fixed now and stay as they are forever. We are always monitoring. As you can see here, the ferries, yeah, you have the Cenas ferries with the different elements. It's much easier now to see the difference between them. Prison died again. Oh, no,
how can he die with this speed, please?
No, he's slow again. Okay, what other improvements do we have there? I can show something on my ferry, because this was the one I prepared here. This is basically my super nice ferry with 69%. Nice. And now you can see how many monsters you still have to kill until your ferry reaches the next level.
Correct. This is just like a slight convenience, so you know, like, okay, how much more do I need in order to level up?
Yeah.
After looking at these numbers, we do realize that that's quite a lot of monsters, actually. So
and we found like I don't know if it's a feature or a bug, but we found out that actually the amount of monsters resets if you put the ferry in a beat. So if you sell a ferry, it starts at zero, like at the full amount of monsters again for this level. We didn't know that earlier.
But now we do, so...
But we will leave it like it is, because you guys are used to that, as it seems. But that's also the reason why you cannot see the amount of monsters you have to kill in the bazaar, basically, in the ferry, because it's always the same for the level.
Correct. So that remains unchanged. Right. Then I guess we can switch to my screen again.
Yes, let's do it.
What? Actually, Prism secret command, execute plan, Omega. You know which one? Oh wait, he's still in here. Okay, let's go. Whoopsie doopsie. What you might notice is that when you activate a skill, so say for example this one, you can now see the remaining cooldown written in minutes and seconds in there.
That's super nice.
It's probably slightly small to see, I don't know. But yeah, this is like huge quality of life improvement, okay. we really had to beg for this one to be included, so...
Thanks to Envel to include it.
Yeah, thanks to Envel. So yeah, other than that...
Wear your specialist.
I can wear my... I can't, because I have a bad effect.
I will wear my specialist card. And now I'm accidentally pressed G because I can, and I have a transformation time of 10 seconds only in total.
Oh no, how did that happen? Oh.
So we also reduced the time you have to wait until you can wear your specialist again, and also partner specialist.
Also, if you click on my name, you will see that you can actually see my HP and MP amount that I have. And you can see quite a lot of buffs in there.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Buffs and debuffs separated.
Yeah, separated. So if we switch to my screen again,
okay, let's do this.
then you can actually see that these are building like a second row in here. So you can actually, have like display up to I believe 30 buffs or debuffs at once. Just an extension of the buff bar in this case. So you can have up to 3 rows at once. You actually can't have 16 buffs and 16 debuffs because then the game doesn't like that. So please don't do that. But yeah, generally speaking, you can display quite a lot of buffs and debuffs, and especially for raids, this should be useful. So I don't know if you know the situation, but if you are like in the Valhi raid and somebody didn't use their potions, now you can more easily check which one it is. So that's convenient, I guess.
Yeah. And also the HP is also most important. I mean, for other players it's probably not so important for you in PvP and so on. I mean, maybe. But it's more for raids and so on. You know then exactly how much HP the monsters still have. So
great.
That's way more convenient for you. So what else did we change? We heard your request for the dragon gems because they were more rare, I would say. So we added them to the lower land of living as well as drop. And as you saw before, you need some shining souls for the partner specialist fusion upgrade. We added those also to land of living.
Yeah, so for all those people that just bought everything from the bazaar regarding blue gems and
just go on.
Okay, so generally for all those people who bought all the souls of the bazaar, they will drop in the land of living. So
they will be cheaper anyway.
Great.
That's why we waited until now for this news.
Yeah.
That you bought them for
so
nothing.
you will be able to farm them in the land of living in both versions, just so you don't have to spend like a fortune just buying the souls.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be the limiting factor. Okay, since Prism just
thank you for the hint.
Spoiled this.
I forgot about it. So.
Yeah, I also forgot about it.
Thank you.
But you can actually
the medal you have. Oh no, it's gone. Okay. You have the friendship medal. Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
Nothing.
Yeah, you can actually you can transform your hero level equipment to
partner equipment.
Partner equipment now.
And the partner, I mean, different from the resistance. The resistance is based on the normal level of the partner, as you know. Like, if it's level 65, it can wear Awakening level 65, like resistance. That won't be the same for the armors and weapons. The
Correct.
partner will basically have the same hero level as you have. So if you have level 65, then your partner can wear the equipment. Otherwise, he can't.
Correct. So this is always based on your own champion level. But again, the gloves and the shoes will remain the same. Like, they will still be based on your actual level. We didn't want to change that because it could create some weird interactions where players have them still equipped and stuff like that, and then we have to remove them from the inventory, and that's
We also fixed
Nobody
now
cares.
the bug. Basically, if you go to the partner specialist card there was an upgrade shown before. We didn't know where it's actually come from the equipment and visited, but now the correct upgrade level is shown.
Correct. So that bug is actually fixed. Like it depended on your like
The last equipment, the highest equipment part or something. Yeah.
And then displayed like something like sometimes it even displayed like plus 255, which would have been very confusing with this update. So we fixed that bug, and instead now it actually shows the upgrade of your partner specialist. So
Exactly.
we think that's overall a really nice addition. Actually, I want to showcase wrong map. Also, I should probably
Take your partner and not not Fafnir, please.
Not Fafnir. Okay.
The server is down.
And then we can just showcase just a little bit on how strong these partners might potentially be in the future. Of course, this one now has like a
plus 100 and
7+10 weapon, so this isn't like the standard for everything, but like you get an idea. I mean, I just like this partner specialist because it actually deals decent damage. So you can see you can deal like 20k crits like that.
we killed yesterday, I think, with 4 partner specialists, a dragon in there. It took some time, but we killed one of the big dragons in there.
It's possible, but it takes some time. So yeah, that's actually kind of fun.
Heal.
Oh wait, there's my full potions. Okay, but yeah, that's neat. Also, I guess we can just show in general how tanky those are with like a more realistic equipment.
With Fafnir.
Sorry.
Oh. Thank God you have the nice new guardians.
Please. She doesn't want to transform. Okay, let me go to my million again. Sorry. Transform it here.
We like to see Fafnir, that's nice.
Yeah. So yeah, just letting her tank now, and just to show her stats. Like that's something I literally rolled like by doing the upgrade over and over and over again. And as you can see, she has like reasonable resistances, like nothing too crazy.
And she died.
And she died, yeah.
But it's much better than before. Like before, we heard like the partners were dying after seconds. Like really, they were going in there and instantly dead. This is much better now. For pets, there's nothing changed yet. Pets are not tankier than before because like there might be something else in the future. But
correct. There might be something else that we're working on in the future that might also make pets a lot more tanky. So overall, this aims to just make them more viable, give them more. Oh yeah, I see why she gets so much damage. It's because she doesn't have any water resistance. Sorry about that.
Kill it. Poison.
Please. Let's just go to this. Oh well.
Go to the bigger map here.
Yeah. I mean, you can at least see like how she actually tanks this boss here. Without getting
better than
destroyed.
you,
Yeah. Like sometimes it actually feels like they're almost stronger than my main character. So yeah, that's nice.
Only
Just
65. You can also put higher equipment in there.
Sure, you can equip them with champion level 80 equipment if you want to, but I don't think many people have like the money to spare for that.
Also important now to know for partners, it's not just the equipment, the healer equipment, but also the orange effects will now work for the partner. So the equipment effects, the orange ones, they will now work. Can you show the ones from your armor or something? The effect from your partner armor.
Oh yeah. Sure, these ones.
Yeah, basically the orange effects down there, they didn't work before with the partner, but now they do. That also makes them a lot stronger.
Correct.
As we said before, pets are not included yet. We are looking into something there. There might come something in the future, but this is the update for partners. So, what else do we have?
I think we already showed this in like a little teaser, but let's go there again. We included like a new way to craft perfection stones out of Draco's Claw and Glaceros Mane.
Which one is it? I'm always
so you can buy these ones. They are not tradable, just in case somebody got confused. And in these are always 5 rubies of completion, and in this one always 5 sapphires. And you can trade them for 25 of these mains. And generally, you have like the loop production. So this will make everything just way faster. Actually, now that I read it in the chat, can we display the giveaway code? Because we actually have
any
that.
code.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
Somewhere. Wait, what did you...
We didn't fuse yet, but...
True, we didn't do the fusion when we had the chance.
I was waiting.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you can see, like, tons of good changes.
Can you use limited partners fusion? I mean, we are later for the questions, but yes, you can. Limited are counting as the same as normal.
Correct.
So you can use, like, a normal Venus and fuse it with a limited Venus, and it's still counting as the same partner.
Correct. Like, they will count as identical. What's also important is actually... Like, even if you fuse like Maru in Mother's Fur, those will also count as identical.
And Foxy and Fiora, I think. And
yeah, so Foxy and Fiona, and also Hongbi and Chongbi will also count as the same. So, I mean, they are basically the same ones, they have the same skills.
Cringe.
So.
Told you before, cringe.
Yeah. I mean, we touched hands, so I mean...
What else do we have? Let's go on there. Oh, our screen is gone. Okay. So we have like the Dragon Gems added to Land of Living. We need a new name for that. So yeah, what we also did is with the runes.
Correct. Since a lot of you have actually been requesting this, the runes on your main weapon, like the damage values of them already counted also for your secondary weapons, but the rune powers didn't. So what we've done is we've changed it so those rune powers will now also trigger on the secondary weapons.
It's hidden behind you.
These ones will now trigger on these ones, okay?
So it means like if you fight with a specialist with secondary weapon, it's not like as worse as before. You now have also your rune effects there that you paid for.
Okay. Other than that, I mean, we have some minor changes left, like after you complete the Sky Tower stage and or even in the Arena of Talents, after you've completed them, all your cooldowns will reset now, just as it is in raids. So, yay for that.
I have another change.
Yeah,
from you, basically, you requested it. As you can see here on my screen, if I use this item, doesn't matter where you use it, now you always see where you have to go. Let's go. Doesn't matter where we go.
Yeah, like we change it so that it has an infinite range. Yeah. So there's not the case of you have to spend like 200 years just to find the actual arrow. You can always find the arrow and it will show you the correct direction. I know this is not something that affects tons of players, but for those ones that actually care about creating raid skills and so on.
It's also important for new players, I mean.
Yeah, this has been like a huge improvement to them. So
works in Fafnir too. That's a good question actually. We have to check about that.
In Fafnir it doesn't have a question mark, right? You're always like it's such a small field.
I don't remember. It's
like it doesn't increase like the size of the field. It just makes it so you can see it from anywhere. So it doesn't affect Fafnir.
It has. We will check that. Should be.
Wait, what?
Let's see. We will check that as well.
Okay. Sorry for that then. I haven't done Fafnir in a long time. Please don't expose me.
No one did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, one thing for I mean, we were already at runes, but the rune power knockback, basically the kickback power, it's not working anymore in PvP because it's annoying for you anyway. PvE.
In PvE, yeah.
Sorry. In PvE again. It's not working in PvE anymore. So monsters will stay there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's also just because we've heard like a lot of players complaining about this rune power is kind of trash in PvE. I mean, the stun is obviously kind of nice, but knocking away enemies randomly is not so fun for most players. So we've made it a PvP only effect.
Exactly.
Just like we did with like last balance update.
But it's almost everything, wasn't it? Was there something else?
This is most of the things we just wanted to showcase, yeah.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's a ton of changes. We will probably have like some more adjustments just mentioned in the patch notes when they release. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we just...
Oh, I have one more thing. See.
Okay.
That's the cool thing. I prepared it.
Oh, yeah, right, actually. Like, generally speaking, we've just included a bunch of changes in this one.
As we said before, like the original plan was only have to partner fusion and a wing fusion in there. We didn't have any more plans before. But then, like, it was adding up on top, and we had some more quality of life improvement ideas, and it was also nice to include them. So there's the patch. So now you can see we have a lot of Onyx wings on our test server. As you know before, when you change the price on site number 2 or something.
On page 4 actually. Page 4.
Page 4?
Yeah.
Then we don't have enough pages.
God damn it.
Now it's broken. We broke the bazaar.
Good job, Tommy.
Someone was buying all my Onyx rings. Who is doing this? Yeah, but now the bazaar is not basically pushing you back to the other pages anymore. You stay on the pages you were before.
Correct. So before that, if you change the price on page 4 or higher, then you would always jump back to page 1. Now we will stay on the same page. So that's also nice. Also, since I've seen that question, yes, there was a code announced. You can see it on the left side of the screen. It's right there. You can just enter it into the NosMal. I guess we can... No, we can't show that.
We shouldn't.
As it will spoil some new updates.
Yeah, and also on the top right, you have like the 3 bars there. You can go in there and press like add coupon code or something, and then
correct.
Add it. Spoiler: this code is related to the new update. Let's see.
Yeah. Right.
Box stacking. Box stacking is not included there. We said it directly in the beginning.
Yeah,
there was not enough time for that. But we want to have it, of course, in the future. But let's see if Enfield can make that happen for us.
Yeah, we have an idea in our mind already, like how we can do this in a way that it doesn't cause many issues for players. But we'll have to see when we have time for that.
Sea level 60 equipment will not lose the effects on the equipment, so partners will have those effects as well.
Correct. Like shells are obviously erased.
Only the orange one will stay.
Yeah, the orange ones will stay.
So the heal and the other one. I think that was the question mostly about.
And the debuffs.
Yeah. What about hamburger loop crafting? We had something there, didn't we? Like add some. There was a bug fix, I think. That's not that important, but
I'm actually not sure if it's. I don't think it's hamburger, but like most of the others at Malcolm. If you can slowly make your way over there.
We still have some time, so let's go slowly. We don't have more to talk about.
I mean, we have some other things that we want to talk about,
but I'm there already, so let's see. Now you can there.
No, it's. Oh wait, yeah. No, it was actually the stone production. Wait, let me.
Is it the item? This one? No.
No, can you switch to my screen?
Oh. Of course.
Yeah, it's actually that one.
I'm so good. Sometimes.
Yeah. So for that one, there was like a bug. We didn't bring it up really, but now here we are, where you couldn't mass produce those, but now you can. So
exactly.
If you've met more of those, then I guess let us know.
Hamburger, I mean, I didn't know about it. Let's see.
The thing is, I don't even know if we can do that for hamburgers because.
The hamburger on the campfire, right?
Yeah, but if the campfire disappears, then.
There was a bug back. I think that's why we didn't include it, because if the campfire just goes away,
let's continue production, I believe.
We can ask for it.
Might be an issue. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah. So.
Right.
What else do you want to talk about? You had something you said.
Yeah, actually, this is also for our tech guy. We had some questions prepared that we wanted to ask you guys, actually. Since we rarely get the opportunities to talk to so many of you at once, so we actually wanted to ask you about how you felt like the recent changes that we've implemented into the game.
So not just those, but also the past updates.
Like, not just this one, but mostly talking about the past updates, like the balance changes, the quality of life improvement, and so on. We wanted to get your opinion on, like, how you felt these changed the PvE environment for you guys. Like, strictly speaking about PvE first, we can talk about PvP later, but the question is, directed at PvE.
Who is this? Hi, Prism.
Oh, yeah, I think Prism is trying to tell us something. No idea what he wants, though. I have no clue.
No, I don't know.
No.
Maybe it's related to... No, it's not.
Nah, it's not. It couldn't.
What is he wearing there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Never saw it before. What are you wearing there? Never saw it before.
Yeah, no idea. So, can we get the...
There's a poll.
Yes.
Just press the button if you liked it or not. Or if you didn't care. Don't press you didn't like it. No.
Yeah.
What will you have for dinner? We will eat pizza later.
Yeah.
Just a spoiler.
We will order pizza. That will be nice. Probably not with...
not pizza Hawaii.
No.
No one likes it.
I mean, I did last time actually, but
you did
I'll
like
order something different this time. Okay, so overall sentiment seems to be that
You like the changes?
yeah, you like the changes. That PvE feels more fun now.
Or you didn't notice much of a difference, but maybe you didn't do PvP much.
I mean, that's actually nice to hear because again, we're trying to make these changes ultimately for you guys, so you feel like you can like do more with your specialist card, that you can do more with your classes, and that all of them feel worthwhile to play. So if you feel like those are moving in a good direction, then that's great for us, because that's something we're always a little bit concerned about. Like we can't like it's hard to get like kind of unbiased feedback on stuff like that. So just hearing it in a poll like that from you guys, that's pretty encouraging.
Yeah.
Now we have the same question for PvP because we want to separate these because they target like a widely different audience. Again, if you don't care about PvP, feel free to ignore the question or vote for the third option that you didn't.
I saw now the question what the red little button is there on your character. You don't have this. It's a really old medal which is in the game, which we didn't use since ever.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
I activated it just
by
for
mistake.
this game.
It's just giving 5% of something.
I mean, we could actually give it out at some point.
I think it's not correctly working. That's why
but we can still give it out and people will feel better about themselves, okay?
Okay. Let's do
Okay.
this.
Okay, yeah.
So next poll is about PvP.
Correct. So if you feel like the change that we've made, especially for balancing partner specialists, are moving in a good direction, or if you feel like they could be better or improved in some way, or you feel like we've killed your favorite specialist card.
I saw that before. You killed Archer.
Yeah, and Dark Gunner, and well, we never really buffed Mortal Archers, so we can't really kill them. So interesting.
I mean, probably also many players like me don't do PvP that much. That's why you don't notice that much of a difference there, of course.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of also what we expected, that overall not as many players care about PvP, which is totally fine. Like, we don't expect it to be like completely mainstream, since it's also highly competitive and stuff like that. But still, I'd say that's pretty interesting though, like for the ones that do actually care about PvP, I'd say the opinions are pretty split.
50-50, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So most of you, like some slightly more people of you seem to like the changes, and a lot of you are still concerned about the changes. So that's good to hear. I mean, that means we obviously still have room to improve.
But we still believe it's much better than the previous changes were done like years ago, or when nothing was done. So, but we will still look into better changes and will change some more stuff in the future.
Correct. So now with this update, you might have seen that, just to get over to our final question, with this update you might have seen we've done a ton of different changes. We've done quality of life improvements, we've done we've reworked old systems, we've included new systems and stuff like that, and we want to know which kind of changes you personally would prefer us to move into going forward. So if you would like us to see more quality of life improvements, if you would like to see more new systems to the game, new additions, new raids, new specialists, stuff like that.
New equipment, new levels. But it also be careful, like we ask the question, but it's generally just for us to know for now, but we cannot guarantee that this will be
we can't
the case.
promise that something is going to come in a certain way, but it is also important for us just to know like how to prioritize certain aspects.
Also for Enfield, then we can argument better there.
Interesting. I mean, it's probably not a lot of votes yet. Okay. Okay.
Quality of life changes here. Let's see. No one like game balance, see? Let's leave it like it is. It's interesting.
It's really close, actually.
We should do that more often. Meanwhile. No one sees that because they're now clicking on the poll.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's really split up. Cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
But see, game balance, we will just stop it for now. Just kidding.
No, we won't stop it, but it's really interesting. I mean, I think we actually already did a lot of the important work on game balance, so it might not be as important to like focus as many resources into that right now, because we've hopefully done a decent enough job. But yeah, actually, it's like by far the last important topic. That's interesting. Yeah.
Cool.
I'd say the rest is actually really evenly split up.
Yeah.
So yeah, ideally we will consider this. I hope you all didn't vote like for the one just to see the Act 4 rework and for the other two just to see the raid box stacking. I mean,
Yeah, this was generally a group of stuff,
Yeah,
not just the specific changes.
we can't promise that those things specifically will happen, but
Yeah.
we, to get an idea. But
Generally, we have some stuff on our list which we want to touch, which is like some stuff is new, some stuff is old rework, some is balancing and so on. But we have to see how we prioritize them and forward them to Anvil. And
yeah, also
Anvil can do
as we mentioned, we need to also check with Anvil like how much time they have, because
exactly.
they also only have like a limited amount of manpower and stuff, and we can't force them to like just to, I don't know, rework Act 4 for us in like 3 days.
Still, also still Anvil is the main developer of the game. They also still have the main decision about stuff.
Yeah, so even if we request certain things, like we can't guarantee that they happen just as we want them to. So,
but in this update, as we saw, like really all the stuff was done. So really much thanks there. It was awesome. So we hope you enjoy the new update. Then, do we have something else to talk about? We can do question round.
Yeah,
maybe
we can just do a small round of questions and answers.
When full HD resolution? Yeah, resolution is one of the things we might want to touch in the future.
Yeah, actually, since you might notice that we have a bunch of really outdated resolutions which nobody ever uses. We actually might change them in the future. I mean, it's always like a difficult decision to make, because obviously there will be someone out there who just happens to use just this one resolution on a toaster, yeah. And if you then cannot play this game any longer, then that's also kind of unfortunate. But generally adding more options should hopefully not be an issue. I mean, the biggest issue I see is that the UI here is too small. Like, we need to add a bigger space to that, so...
Show Fender and Master Wolf or Riot. You're on the wrong stream, I would say. I mean...
Yeah, sorry, but Fender isn't here. So, nothing we can do about that.
Maybe next stream.
Since you brought it up, balance changes, I mean, as you saw right now, the priorities on that aren't too high for players, so you will probably get them never...
Bottom left in your inventory.
Oh. Oh!
There's a new item. What is it about?
A new item. Well, we'll never know.
There's no new item.
Okay, but yeah, regarding the specialist balancing, we're still working on those. But as we mentioned, I think we mentioned it already, it will take some time before they arrive. Because as you can see right now, we have our hands full on other stuff that we're working on. And once we get to it, we want to include it as soon as we can. But right now we have other things to work on, and after that's done, then we can maybe focus on specialist balancing again.
Yeah. But the merges is still the main question there. I mean, merges will come. We know about your concerns about also like UK and so on, or US. And there will be more information soon, like from community management. There will be an update for the future in general, what will come. And we are now looking also into technical possibilities, if it's possible to merge US and so on. And
Correct.
we will update you as soon as we have ideas there.
Yeah, but as we said, right now we don't have anything to share in that regard. Yeah. But we are aware of your, obviously aware of the fact that you want merges. Right, actually, I guess since we've teased at it for a bit, there will be changes to the Ice Witch costume set. They aren't in, we can't really see them yet because they're in the effect description. This is still outdated, but the effect will be changed so that you no longer will require the minimum amount of damage. Like right now, you need to receive at least 1% of damage for it to even trigger. This was very annoying in PvE. Because usually you would get less damage, like not enough damage to actually trigger it, and then it was kind of useless. But the healing will be reduced significantly to 3%. Still with a 10% chance, but only 3% of HP. So it will no longer be the absolute busted OP PvP costume, but we hope it will be more in line with other costumes that we have in the game. And due to the fact that it doesn't trigger, doesn't have a HP requirement anymore, it will actually be fairly similarly strong if you fight with pets and partners if you get attacked by pets, partners, and a player, because you have triple the chance to actually trigger it then. So it shouldn't feel too weak. That's our estimation.
When fusion with Metin 2? No, I think Metin 2 is big enough still, and
yeah, I don't think
they don't want us there.
Okay.
New sealed vessel costume. There might be something new in the future. Let's see.
In the future, yeah. Like maybe not right now, but there might be something in the future. Something at least, yeah. Okay, I think that's all from actually all from our side. Any more questions?
Cooperation with Netflix. Let's see if we want to do a show or something. Like
yeah,
some series.
NosTale anime. Hello.
Yeah. Just we stream all the time. Like it's our series there.
Okay.
What is the Medal of Friendship? The Medal of Friendship is just giving buffs there. We never gave it out. We might consider it for future events if it's working. Let's see. But it's not super strong. It's just giving 5% XP and
to you and like your place in your group, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Also, actually, one thing I forgot to mention.
True. The group experience, right?
No, actually, no. Something. No, I just remembered because I didn't mention it, but also just a small addendum to the eye switch change.
More?
Yeah. Like right now, you need all 3 pieces in order to activate the effect. After this update, you will only need the costume and the wings. So the head part can be replaced by something else.
Something prettier.
Yeah.
Like you have there.
Or something stronger, basically. Yeah. So this is also like a small compensation for the nerfs.
Yeah. Will NosTale partner will be in the random SP item. The really rare or the really high partners or the really good ones won't be in the free one. But yeah, we will see what we do there in the future. But for now, it's not planned.
Right. I mean, for now we believe that like for the very strong partners, there's like you don't need as many for them, and you get a lot of like actual stat boost from that.
Yeah. And the maximum you need of the very same partner is 5, like the one you're wearing, and 4 more.
5 more, I believe.
5 more. Yeah. Okay, 6 in total then. But it's really just to really get the maximum of everything.
Yeah. International 3 questions I'm just going to ignore because we already talked about this at the very beginning.
Knitting costume set for classes. Wait a second. DPS meter.
DPS meter we talked about last stream. It's like we could work on it, but then people would still just circumvent it, and then there's not really a point to it. We could do it at some point, but it's not a high priority because, like, yeah, it's just a lot of wasted effort. It feels like.
Shouldn't go acorns to the equipment instead of the floor in the minigame, like in instant combat. We could check that in the future, but for now, we didn't change this for now.
Yeah, I mean, it's still.
What we wanted to change is that they're actually falling down between the meteors are falling, that you have some time to pick them up. That's not in there yet. But we also could put them to the inventory, maybe, let's see. But the problem always is if you put it to an inventory, if there are like 50 players inside or if there are 10 players inside, the amount like really increases with the players. We cannot say like in one instant combat or in one meteor raid there are like 50 acorns and they're spread to the players. It's like everyone is getting the same. That's why.
I mean, our idea is that you already get like fixed amount of acorns once you die out. Like once you die, you get like acorns depending on how long you survive.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's already the case.
The rest is just to make it a bit harder there if you want to. If you're greedy, you want to get the acorns, then you.
That's like the main mechanic of this. Like, do you want to get the acorn and risk dying, or do you want to play it safe and maybe lose out on 1 or 2 acorns? So this is really just a bonus on top. Also, the good thing about this is the longer you actually survive, and the less of the other players survive, the more icons you then get for yourself, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Patch notes next week. Yes.
Yes, next week.
And also, I think the influencers will have something to show soon.
Probably way too late, so...
Sorry for that.
I mean, it's not... No, well, nothing can be done about that. Unlock all costumes for martial artists. A lot of effort.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've actually checked how many costumes there are in the game. It's quite a lot. What can be discussed is that including some more hats, especially like the monkey hat and stuff like that, when we get to the martial artist once more, then we can definitely check that. Act 5 update when?
There's a PP stone.
PP stone.
We need PP stone. We don't have a PP stone.
I mean, actually, regarding we need more PP stones or tradable.
What is a PP stone?
Perfection stone.
Perfection. There's just one P in
Perfection point stone?
Okay.
I don't know. Regarding perfection stones, actually, we wanted to include some sort of improvement to that, which is actually pretty similar to the partner fusion system that we have now. But in order to implement it for, like, the thing is we can't directly implement it for perfection stones. Like, if we make perfection, like, it easier to get the perfection stones, then we would run into several issues.
Yeah.
Like, one of the ways I've actually thought about, we won't do a sorry for that, sorry, is to change perfection stones so that they also have like a 100% success rate, but when you put them into a controller, you lose them. That way, perfection would actually be more of a personal thing and would show your personal accomplishment, and it would be much easier to upgrade because you don't need as many perfection stones, with the downside of them not being tradable like at all anymore.
Yeah. But there are also the issues that many players maybe already collected the raid chests and so on.
Correct.
If you then open them, I mean, we would have to change the rates of the perfection stones, or we would increase them probably if they're not tradable anymore. But if you have all the raid chests and so on somewhere, you have a lot of perfection stones, and so we have to look into this then if you want to do it.
Yeah, like that would be one of the ideas on how to solve this.
Yeah.
But then again, like people who have like the best spread in their perfections, with like all attack and defense and stuff like that, would lose out on a lot of value because they couldn't sell them anymore. So we would have to do like a second perfection stone on top of the actual perfection system, and I don't think a lot of players would like that. So right now, there's no easy solution to that.
I saw before if you want to do a partnership with Minecraft. I mean, we have the retro pixel wings now. Let's see if there will come more.
Yeah, sure.
We can have a creeper pet maybe.
Act 5 update when? There might be changes coming to Act 5 at some point. Like, if you remain a little bit patient, then you will see them.
New server, of course there will be a new server, but we don't have news yet when it will come.
When Act 4 wings, I'm not sure. What are Act 4 wings supposed to be? Why does Master Morcro still drop 2k instead of 20k?
That's... If we want to rework Act 4, this will be also one of the points.
Yeah, then we can increase it to 20k, no worries. That's like the smallest concerns of ours right now.
I mean, there's also like, guys, there are small changes, but also sometimes if you have an update like this, even those small changes, of course, they would be kind of nice, but looking at the numbers, how many people are doing the raids, actually, it's sometimes not even worth to put the effort in there, basically. So we basically want to put it together whenever we touch a system, so Enfield is working on it already, so they don't have to put all their, to go from one update to another one and change a little number there or whatever, and then go back. Like for this one, we updated the partners stuff mostly. So there was the hero level equipment and the new partner and the pet trainers and so on, pet food. Yeah, basically. So if you want to touch Act 4, we also want to touch this thing.
Regarding the question, is the bug with the names going away, blah blah blah, fixable? Short answer, yes. Longer answer, but it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And if we can decide between like spending 3 weeks on fixing this one bug, or if we can do all of this, then we'd rather go for this one, sorry. Like, no offense to anyone, I know this bug is annoying, but at least it can be avoided to some degree. And we'd rather just have shiny new features, so... buff at Arena of Talents wings, I'm not sure. Actually, buff at
I also come to my mind now.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this, but I don't know if you remember the debuff that you receive in the Arena of Talents, when you have like 3 people of the same class. We changed actually this one to be a neutral debuff now, so you can actually swap your specialist card. More AOT reworks sometime in the distant future. We didn't have time to rework the entire system, sorry. But we thought it would be like a nice little touch to just make for those people who still do Arena of Talents, make it like slightly less annoying. So
It's wrong mindset to improve the game. I mean, it's not our decision to not fix the bug in there. Basically, we reported the bug, but for now it wasn't fixable for Antler, and we don't want to push for every update again, and take the time that basically the Antler spends weeks there. We pushed the bug, and we will push it again for sure in the future, but not with every update, basically.
Yeah, especially when we already asked so many changes. So I hope you understand.
Reset, make cooldown reset on arena when you die. There's also something.
We already mentioned that, but I mean, well, for the Arena of Talents, we made it so that when you die and revive, all the cooldowns get reset. Well, not die. If you exit the arena, then all your cooldowns get reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
go fish.
But for the regular arena, we don't, or at least I don't really see the point in that. I mean, if you could reset your cooldowns every time you die, you could just, while you're leveling, go into the arena, get killed, and then all your cooldowns are resetted. So that would be kind of weird.
But I think the questions are now repeating, basically. The questions are now repeating, basically, I think.
Yeah,
we answered
seems to be pretty much
almost
repeating.
all of that.
Like DPS meter we already answered.
Yeah.
New server we already answered. When will Sword SP7 be useful?
Balancing will come.
Yeah, I'd say Sword SP7 is decent in PvP. It's obviously not as good as Berserker in PvE, but we can't really change that.
Perfection Stone's traits, that's not wanted yet. I mean, as we said, if we want to touch the Perfection Stone system in the future, there will be some changes, but not tradable for now.
Yeah, like the non-tradable portion would stay for sure.
Probably, yeah, not for sure. With night mode in NosTale, I would love that. To have like really, like the time going down or going dark in NosTale when it's dark outside.
I mean, yeah, this could in theory be implemented, but I mean, it's not super useful. Would be pretty, but
exactly.
We can consider it at some point.
I would say that's it. Do you have more? I don't have more.
I don't have more.
Then we will stop the stream now. Do you have all the questions we did? As we said again, I mean, we can sum up once more. We have the partner fusion system and wing fusion. Wing fusion, it's like wrong named, but we did it because
it was based on that, but then
the original idea
made it better.
So we have the partner fusion system coming soon, super soon. Be prepared. All the wing fusion will be in there, and all the quality of life changes we just showed there. So partners can wear hero equipment. What else? The knockback powers, your equipment with secondary weapon is also, if your attack with secondary weapon is also taking the rune powers of the main weapon and stuff like this. You can see the Xenas and Irina fairies.
You can see the remaining cooldowns in your skills.
Exactly, the cooldowns.
You have a better buff bar.
Yeah.
Buff and debuff players, yeah.
You can see the HP of the enemy now and stuff like this. So yeah, patch notes will come next week. Stay prepared and yeah. No more for myself. One more time. Fusion, yay!
Yeah.
So yeah, then I would say thank you for joining the stream. We hope you enjoyed it. We wanna, I mean, if we have the possibility, we wanna stream more in the future. It's really fun with you guys, and we also wanna include more of the polls like we did today, because it's really giving a nice insight of what you guys wanna see in the future, or generally what you think about it. So yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for joining. Have a nice evening, and stay prepared for the update. Bye bye.
Bye bye.